Guys, we need to talk about selling sunsets. We need to talk about selling sunsets. I have watched all 3 seasons. I have now arrived into this conversation and we have a lot to get into, and I want to do just an entire character analysis about everybody, bring this conversation to this channel so that I can read all your comments about it as well, and we can just get into this.
I never start the drama, I just finish it.
Hey guys, it's Murad Merali. Hope you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram at Murad_Merali. Subscribe to the channel. It's just one click. Click that button for content 24/7, 365 days of the damn year. Let's get into this, guys, because all 3 seasons, I feel like the last season was amazing, and I feel like the first season was, pretty good, had a little bit of a slow start, and season 2 was okay as well. But at the same time, there's so many characters, and I find this to be funny because it's like some of the scenes are quite fixed, like Made in Chelsea type, but at the same time I like the balance of real estate and drama, and I feel like we have certain characters in there that everybody loves or everybody loves to hate. And I feel like Chrishell is somebody who's proven to be a very powerful yet calm character, and at first I wasn't a major fan of her, but of course as time has gone on, I just stand her so much. But I'm also equally a massive fan of Christine. Now yes, these two don't really get along, and I feel like with the entire situation, the way Chrishell was like, I don't want to be friends with you, I'm putting up that boundary. I learnt what happened, it was very toxic, unnecessary, I don't want you back in my space, the boundary is up here, we can be cordial because we're in the same, area and we work together and so forth, but we don't need to be like that. But of course, Christine is somebody who I feel will mess up, and will apologize, but will keep doing it. And if you keep messing up after an apology, it's not really any progression in that. Progression is changed behavior, and that is something that we don't really see. But I feel like Christine is playing up to this and she's kind of egging it on more on the screen. I'm not mad at it. From a producer perspective, I feel like Christine is amazing. I feel like she gives you so much of the beef, the narratives, the drama, and that is what you want in a show. You want all of that. She does a lot with the dress sense. Most of the times she gets it right. The other times we don't need the neon lime green earrings. I feel like she does way too much. But set aside from that, I feel like she's a very great character for the show. She's a huge catalyst for drama, for narratives, and for interest. And I feel like, we need to keep people like that on the show for sure. However, from a personal perspective, I feel like from several times she is wrong. There's no need for her to go hard on Chrishell and so forth. She talks about how she was bullied in school and so forth. I feel like the lack of attention that she may have had back then is what she so much desires now, which is why she likes to gain attention by drama, which is why she'll gain attention by doing drama. She's got the attention, will apologize, wants the attention again, and will keep doing it. I feel like all this stuff relates back to your childhood. Davina, I'm over it. I feel like she's very miserable. The thing about Christine is that, okay, at least she brings an energy, there's some humor to it. You can like her sometimes, and she's weird and it's very unexpected. With Davina, she's just plain old miserable, and you just don't see anything appealing about her outside of her negativity. You just simply don't. The whole penultimate episode, with the wedding and so forth, and she was saying to Chrishell with her divorce that you need to see both sides to the coin and the situation. I do agree with what she is saying, I definitely do, but the timing was very insensitive, and there's no need to say at somebody's wedding, and there's no need to say to Chrishell to her face, especially when you guys are not friends. It doesn't provide anything productive. But at the end of the day, even if you are close friends with somebody, it doesn't mean that they are immediately right. It doesn't. There's always going to be 2 sides to a situation. This is why, we have this whole narrative and storyline where, we have a husband or a wife, and they're like, oh, the wife or the husband are normally like, I'm effing with this person, therefore my partner shouldn't F with them as well. Now I can see why one would say that, but at the end of the day, you need to see facts before I would listen to anyone. Nobody can come up and tell me not to speak to somebody else because of XYZ, because they could be lying to me. You just don't know that, regardless of how close you are to somebody. For example, a wife or whatever could tell me, don't speak to this person, don't speak to that person, don't speak to this person because they're XYZ to me. I could then listen, but maybe the wife is the abusive person, and I just don't know that, and therefore I've just subconsciously become an enabler, or what we call in psychology a flying monkey who does the work for a narcissist, when really what you should really do is lay out the facts of the situation, look at the facts and who is wrong and who's right. If this person is right, I ain't talking to these three. But if they're wrong, it could be a different situation. This is why I feel like there's always two sides to the situation. And if a friend is telling you one side, be more attentive to them, but it doesn't immediately mean that they are right. Because facts are facts, regardless, and justice prevails overall. And your friend that could be telling you to do something could be in the wrong, but you just don't know that because we don't really know everyone. So I feel like I had this conversation with someone and I found that to be very interesting. So I can see where Davina's coming from, but she doesn't need to be in her business, and it was very insensitive for her to be saying that, and even more stupid to be doing it at her friend's wedding as well. So it was all wrong with what she was saying in terms of the timing. So that just wasn't needed. I do like Mary. I feel like her and her boyfriend, I didn't really see. Why have I forgotten his name? Romain! There we go! Romain, listen. The way Romain just lets Davina know that you are an absolute waste man. She was so disrespectful of him and his wedding. I don't want you in my space. Get out of my life. I just don't need you. Set up those damn boundaries and let people know. And I'm glad that he's doing that, and he's just not, and the way he was letting her know, the fact that you're making fun of the fact that he doesn't have money to buy a ring, like, who do you think you are? Privileged nonsense clown. That's exactly who you think you are, and I'm just over it. But I love Romain. I'm surprised that him and Mary are still together. I didn't see that coming. I thought they would end up breaking up or whatever, but Romain is just chilled and relaxed, and I'm just living for it. I really like Heather. I've really liked Heather. Reason being is because not only does she's not really neutral, but she's not somebody who, listen, if Christine and Davina piss me off, I will let you know. This is what she will let them know if she gets irritated. And I like that. And in recent interviews, she has expressed that she's moved on to the side of Mary and Chrishell and so forth. So she's kind of come to the good side. I've always liked Heather, something about her. I feel like she's very chill and relaxed. She gives me the very Hills kind of situation. And the same producer that did Selling Sunsets also did the Hills. I think it's great. The show is perfect. The casting is very good to an extent. I do like Maya. My only worry about Maya is that hopefully she's not an IDF lover, because an Israeli Defense League lover for what's going on with the Palestinians. That's my only issue, to be honest with you. But I feel like she's really nice, she's mature, she's stable. I feel like does like to egg up the drama and puts a word in here or there and then back off. But you need people like that, whether we like them or not. This is how drama and works. This is what producers look for. You need the stuff from a producer perspective to facilitate stuff. So I like what she does, and she might move to Miami now to be with her husband and so forth, which I would expect her to do, because it's hard to go back and forth, especially when you have a baby. It's incredibly difficult, and Chrishell's divorce could have really shaken them all, to be honest with you. But I really do like the show. I'm a massive fan of it. Hopefully you guys love the show as well. I feel like it's pretty big. They definitely are coming back for season 4, and then we have the $1 Million Home Listing LA, some new versions coming out as well. I'm just like, Netflix, focus on Selling Sunsets, please. Just focus on Selling Sunset, to be honest with you. I'm just living for Christine is one of my favorite characters. Chrishell as well, and Romain. I feel like these three are just my favorite go-to characters. Davina can really go next season. We just don't need you. You didn't sell that very expensive house. It is what it is. And I feel like, Jason and them selling their $42 million house was a slap in your face, because she was throwing that against him, that you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, but then she just completely suffered. I feel like she's faced a massive blow being on this. I genuinely do. But somebody has to take that fall, I guess. Christine's kind of taken it in her stride, and that's what I like about her. And with her, you're always going to get something. So let me know what your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this Selling Sunsets. I just love this show so much. I love the balance of real estate, because you end up looking at these houses and you're like, well, listen, I want to be a real estate in LA as well. Sign me up, guys, on Rodeo Down Drive. LA is a beautiful place. I have friends that have similar houses like that back in LA that I used to go to, and it just reminds me of those times. We have these massive paintings, these infinity pools, these huge rooms that you can get lost in. It's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So it gives you that kind of formality, that professionalism. I like that, and I like that it shows the conversation. And what I love the most is the real estate terminology that they use. They know what they're talking about, and that is what I feel like I need. Listen, Christina is the exact definition. I don't care how fake you are on TV, as long as it looks good to me and it comes across as organic and you're giving us the drama, then I'm good with all that. And I feel like that's what she is. She's egging up the drama on purpose, egging up this personality on purpose for TV, but it looks very organic, and I'm not mad at that. That's what we need as people. We need drama to be entertained, and this is why I feel like she's one of my favorite characters on the show, because I feel like she's an attention-feeding individual, but to be honest with you, certain people are in this world. It's ridiculous. It all comes from trauma and lack of attention in childhood, and this need for replacement continuously, and failed attachment styles that develop into very problematic behaviors. So, this Chrishell divorce, she got blindsided by it, or maybe she didn't. There's always two sides to a story, but I'm leaning towards Chrishell, and I feel like she probably did get blindsided by this entire situation, which is very sad that Justin Hartley did all this, to be honest with you. I was a massive fan of him when he was on like Smallville, and you know, he was the Arrow and so forth back in the day, but of course he's a massive actor now in the US. I don't really watch This Is Us, but I believe that that's the show that he's on. But what I find funny is when they're all sitting by the computers, I'm like, are you guys really doing work? Like, what is going on here? Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that could be perhaps a little bit more organic than it looks a bit fake sometimes. I do like Amanza. I feel like she's a firecracker. Her hair looks very different when it's put down and pull up. I'm like, what is going on? Maybe it's a wig or something. I don't know. But I feel like, you know, her story with her children and her husband disappearing and so forth is extremely sad. It's a lot for her to juggle. But I'm like the fact that she's similar to Christine, that she's a firecracker. Like, she will bounce back. Listen, she's not somebody to just, you know, be very quiet. People have different ways of doing so. Amanza is somebody who will let you be in confrontation with you, or, you know, start something based on your problematic behavior, not for no reason. Chrishell is somebody who would deal with it differently, but both in such productive ways. She will put up a boundary and so forth, where you have Amanza who's extremely different. It's funny to see Mary and Christine being best of friends in the first couple of episodes, and now where they are now. It really does show you. I just feel like with Christine's behavior, it is problematic, but it's just enjoyable for us as viewers. But I do like Amanza. I feel like she was a nice new addition to the show when it came to season 2, and I like that they're adding a new character. Don't add too much. Don't add too much. 1 or 2 characters per season is cute enough, and hopefully we can get another new character for next season just to mix up the narratives. I wouldn't be mad if we add maybe 2, but I do like this show. So let me know what your thoughts are, guys. I really do enjoy Selling Sunsets. I feel like it is everything. And yeah, when the new season comes out, now that I'm up to date, I'll probably end up doing reviews for it if you guys like me to do so. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Click that button for daily and consistent content. Subscribe. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.